All right. Good morning. This is the Fully Nuking podcast. We're back. Yes, we're back. It took us a while. Obviously, I'm sure you guys are noticing right now I'm not joined by my lovely co-host Jordan. We have been trying to get a podcast done for 8 or 9 days. The amount of time that it's taken to get this podcast done, and I finally said, you know what, I'm just going to do an update, and then we'll shoot another podcast soon. The goal really for the Fully Nuking podcast is to get 2 done a week. Like, that would be the dream, but yeah, it's been crazy. I had to drive out. I drove like 40 hours from the house and went and surfed this river wave, so I was there for like 6 days, and then Jordan was in Pennsylvania, and then stuff happens. Life just happens. So we probably should have done one before I left, but I was in such a rush. I just get fixated on these things. But yeah, here I am. It's going to be interesting because I am just here running this by myself. I tried to get D-Bag over here, but D-Bag, I'll just tell him to come over, surprise him. So yeah, I just texted D-Bag. We'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, I got some really exciting updates. I was just out in the middle of nowhere, the middle of the United States. I met up with Jamie O'Brien, and we shot for 3 days, filmed the craziest river wave I've ever been to. It's like a head-high river wave when you're bottom turning, maybe a little overhead on some. So yeah, I went out there with Ryan Mack, and we we pretty much it drove for 40 hours and then showed up, and we were just like, oh my God, we're at the best river wave I've ever seen, in the U.S. at least. And it was crazy. It's hard to explain, but I dropped one vlog. I'm going to release another vlog tomorrow, and then I got 2 more after that. We had a day where we just learned the river wave. We learned how to shred it, and it really took me a minute. There's a lot going on in my head, 40-hour drive, get out of the car, and it's just bam, you got to surf and perform. So it took me a minute to get it dialed, but I was doing it. By the end of day 1, I got it down, and then day 2, we had fun with it. We switched up boards. Ryan Mack gave it a whirl. I took out the 80s board, and Jamie took out the 80s board, and that's something that's cool because that's not really something people do on river waves a lot of times because they're not big enough to where you can shred them on a 6'4" board. So we had fun with that, and then the last day we busted out all the inflatables, and all the crazy stuff ensued. So that was super fun. Huge shout out to Jamie, and thanks to Greg and everybody out there for inviting us. Really good times. Besides from that, I rolled up, came home, huge box on the porch. Been waiting for this one for almost 2 years. And if this podcast goes up today, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the first time that anybody sees this. So, are you guys ready? I'm just going to, the podcast is just a different world. I'm just going to unveil it. Bango. Oh, bango. This is the Ben Gravy Igloo cooler, the signature Igloo cooler. So, we got the front, what I like to call the front, which has a pineapple, and then my signature. We have a side here which has the van from my Wave Bandit t-shirt here. And then we have side 2 for the Dream. And then finally, the Fully Nuking end. This is just a classic Igloo cooler. These guys are completely legendary. It's an honor for me to be on the team. And then when they presented the idea to me that they wanted to make a Ben Gravy Igloo, it was something that I never ever thought would happen to me. It's just crazy to be aligned and have a signature product with such a legendary company. I think they're at least 50 years old, the brand. So yeah, you guys know Igloo. My dad had a red Playmate cooler when I was a kid, and it's crazy. 20 years later, there's a Ben Gravy signature Igloo cooler, and I'm so excited about this. It's going to be live on their website tomorrow if this podcast gets up tonight. It's going to be live. Whoa, we just had a little power outage. It's going to be live on their website tomorrow, so that would be Thursday. And they're only making 100. So it's a limited run. So if you guys want to get one, it's igloo.com. And obviously you can tell it's the Ben Gravy Igloo cooler. So this thing's going to be killer for this summer. Fill it with snacks for the beach, drinks, Red Bulls, iced coffees, Lenny and Larry cookies, peanut butter sandwiches. Absolute dream. I am beyond honored. So thank you, Igloo. Thank you, Brian and Ryan and everyone over there, Brian and Ryan, for making it happen. And I have a really funny video that I filmed with D-Bag this morning that I'm going to be sharing on Instagram. I don't know if I'm going to share it tonight, but maybe tomorrow. And we took the Igloo cooler surfing. So it caught a full bomb, went down the line. It is one of the most legendary things I've ever seen a cooler do, for sure. Another package I opened, you guys have seen this. It's the Wave Bandit semi-pro surf hat, but check it out. I'm stoked on this. We now have it in black. Wave Bandit semi-pro black surf hat. This thing just goes out in the lineup with you, and you can just rip in it. So we're stoked about that. And the final update of the day that I was going to give, if you've been following the vlog, you already know about this, but check it out, guys. It finally came in the mail. My 100,000 subscriber plaque from YouTube. Once again, total honor. It's super cool that YouTube does this for their creators. It's just like Instagram. If you hit 100K, it's just almost like having another number. But YouTube, they make it special. They give away a plaque for 100,000. They give one for 1 million, and then 10 million. I don't know if we'll ever see the 10 million mark, but obviously my next goal in life is hitting 1 million subscribers on YouTube. In reality, though, my next goal in life is to just be happy every day that I wake up. But what I wanted to say was, not only is this just 100,000 plaque, and it's like a cool award to get, but in all reality, for me, YouTube's deeper. YouTube literally saved my life. Before I started this vlog channel, I was in such a bad place. I was like, I was drinking all the time, like every day of my life. I was falling prey to the predisposed alcohol in my family lineage. I was just falling into it, and that's what I did. I didn't surf, and I did do film, and I worked on projects and stuff, and I was doing editing. I was still like a professional editor into the time that I started vlogging. For like the first year and a half, I was doing that. But, still starting this vlog channel was the reason that I peeled away from that part of my life, and I decided to rightfully take back what's mine, which is my life, the one life that I was given. And sadly for me, alcohol almost took it. For many years it was a big distraction and a big negative aspect of my life. But even sadder for other people that I know and that I've known that have passed away, alcohol and drugs have actually taken their life. Not only has it taken over their life and taking control of everything, but a few of my good friends, people I grew up with, people I started nub with, people that were a huge part of my life, surfing buddies, have died from alcohol and drug addiction. So just want to say rest in peace to them. I talk about them in the vlog sometimes, but so really what I want to get at here is just say that, I owe YouTube everything. It's truly made my life what it is. And obviously it was me putting the work in and shooting the vlogs and uploading them, but just having the opportunity to start a community on YouTube and like share my life and experiences and share like just stoke and energy with other people all around the world. That wasn't possible before social media was created. So it's kind of crazy how powerful of a thing social media is if it's used for the right reasons. It can also be a negative thing, you know? There's a lot of people on there who have a lot of angst in their lives and a lot of just bad stuff going on that go on, and they just use social media. I don't want to say for evil, but they use it for to maybe express just how they feel inside, which not all the time is not good. So but yeah, overall, like, it's kind of like anything in life. It just depends on how you go about it and how you use it. But social media for me has been a way for me to put my positive energy out into the world, and I feel that I've been reciprocated, you know? It's just one of those things. Hold on, I'm getting a text. Maybe it's D-Bag. If it's D-Bag, we're going to be stoked because he's going to get on the podcast right now. He's going to be so confused when he comes in here. But yeah, it's like everything in life. Like, if you put positivity into it, you'll get positivity out of it. And if you put negativity into it, you'll get negative reactions. So I'm stoked that YouTube exists. I'm stoked that all social media exists. It's cool because then I get to connect with you guys, which is pretty much what I do on a regular. Aside from all that, I wanted to talk about some stuff coming up in the future. We have a Hyperflex social distancing tour that we're going to be doing. Essentially, we're going to be meeting some surf shops are going to host us. I know right now that like Wave Hog Surf Shop is going to be hosting, Primal Surf Shop, Wild Ocean, and there's a couple more. But we're going to do like a week-long tour where we meet people on the beach and we all go surf and have fun. And we just want to do it outside, you know, keep it in a safe environment and respect the whole social distancing thing. But yeah, look for information on that coming soon. It's going to be exciting. It's really exciting to be getting back out of the house again. You know, it was pretty gnarly. Like, the quarantine thing was heavy. But on top of that, yeah, speaking of getting out of the house, I actually got a FaceTime earlier today from Kalani Robb. So the legendary surfer Kalani Robb, and he said he's going to try to find me a spot or a day to come surf the Palm Springs. The Palm Springs wave pool out in California. So I'm really excited for that. It's going to be good. Kalani's the man. So Kalani and Shane Magnuson set out a couple years ago and really committed to building something fun out in the Palm Springs desert at an old water park. And they put together a really sick wave pool. And I think the one that I'm going to surf is actually the scale model. It's 1/3 the size of the big one that they're building. But yeah, hopefully that happens in the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to be stoked to like get on the road again and kind of like get my life back. It feels like, I don't know, the quarantine thing has been kind of weird, you know? Like, it feels like a lot of our freedoms and a lot of the stuff that we like to do has been taken away. So, and obviously that's not taking anything away from the coronavirus and the severity of it and the people that lost their lives from the coronavirus. Definitely a sad, super sad situation. But, you know, kind of tough to talk about, actually. I wouldn't say I was directly affected by the coronavirus in that way, but I know some people who had it, and I definitely know some people who lost people. So it's a sad topic, and it's also, it's mostly sad for, I would say, like, senior citizens, and you know, it kind of came in, and a lot of old age homes were getting, you know, the coronavirus, and you know, my heart and prayers are with everyone who was affected by it. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows that I'm not just like pushing the coronavirus away and trying to move on from it. But on the other hand, we all do only have one life, so it's definitely nice to really be able to start living it again and get out of the quarantine and kind of, I guess, put the past behind us and start looking at our futures again. Yeah. Podcasting by yourself is difficult. Hold on, guys. I think D-Bag's car just pulled up. All right, I'm going to get D-Bag set up. I'm going to stop the camera, and then I'll roll it again when he sits down. He's going to be so confused. All right, we're back. D-Bag thrust into the lion's den, dude.
Thrusting.
How does it feel, Bags?
It feels good.
So what just happened to you? This is what I want to know.
What just happened to me?
Yeah, like you walked in and what happened?
I walked in, the big dog's just sitting there, not really know what he's going to do, and he's just like, you ready? And I was like, yeah.
D-Bag, I said, D-Bag, you ready? As if he should have known what we were doing. And he goes, do I need a wetsuit?
I forgot about that part. Never know with this guy.
All right, Bags, I've been away for a week, dude. Give us a rundown, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been riding my bike to Slam every day, checking it, you know.
That's what you do, just check it.
Just checking it. Yeah.
Anything else?
Nah.
You don't paddle out?
I paddle out for a little. It's been pretty small.
What's been like your blade of choice this summer?
I hate to say it, but it's been the Taj.
The Taj soft top.
54 special.
Let's take it back a year. Last summer. Was that last summer when you got that board or two?
Yeah, it was last summer, I believe.
So you were at Heritage and you were looking at the Taj and you were looking at the Ben Gravy 410. What happened?
Well, I went with the Taj, and unfortunately, it could have been a bad decision. It's definitely not as loose as the 410.
You've gotten some bombs on the Taj, though. I'll give it to you.
Oh yeah.
So what was the deciding factor there?
The deciding factor?
Yeah.
I don't know. Heritage is pretty overwhelming sometimes. So
yeah.
You can pull heavy triggers easily.
Well, it seems like you and Perry, like, no matter what, you go into Heritage and no matter what, you guys walk out with a surfboard. What's that? Like, what happens when you're in the lion's den?
I mean, you talk to Balo. You kind of point him in the direction of what you want, and he's just like, no, you should be getting this. And then pretty much it's all downhill from there. 10
minutes later, you're walking out with a board that was built for like backdoor pipe.
Yeah, pretty much. He sold me a prototype retro ripper once, and it was actually pretty sick though.
Which board's that?
It's like it's a retro ripper, but just like a prototype model.
What do you mean? Like it never came out, or?
I guess it was just like they're testing it out. I don't know. I don't really know what prototype is. It's just, I think it's like.
Yeah, it's like an original test model thing.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the actual retro ripper. You know.
Yeah, so you got a good deal on it.
According from Balo.
Balo does know. He's the boardroom god.
He is.
You know.
He's got the vibe.
Little lenient towards losts, but he definitely is the god of the boardroom.
Yeah, but then you go in there and he's got all of his boards in the used rack. So you never know.
Dude, how's Perry's boat?
It's nice.
So guys, Palm Beach Perry got a new boat, the Skeeter. I've yet to been invited on it though.
He's full pro.
What were you guys doing on that thing yesterday?
He just got this thing called a Minn Kota. And it's like you could shut the motor off, and you like can still direct the boat with this little like walkie-talkie looking thing, and like you can like I don't know take the boat in circles without the motor on.
So you're like trolling, kind of.
Yeah, pretty much.
Got it. So what's your like? Because this is a good topic to touch on because like I'm gonna go tomorrow and pick up a new boat motor from Ray Scott Stock here in Margate, and I'm gonna. Make sure the dinghy doesn't have any holes in it. Make sure it's registered. Get her back on the water. What do you think?
I think that's great news. I would like a little more practice on the dinghy.
Are you ready?
I kind of blew it last time and broke your dinghy motor.
So, guys, what happened was, none of us are experienced boaters, but I actually do have my boating license. Some of the boys don't. But when you're out the back, like 3 miles out, and you're surfing the shoals, like you can't always just depend on guys with their boating license to drive the boat because then not everybody gets to turn to shred. So what happened is we went out a couple days, and then finally I was like, all right, D-Bag's looking good. Like he's primed and primed and ready to rip. And so the first day we got caught sideways on kind of a big set,
Yeah.
and we didn't flip though.
It's kind of crazy taking this one back because it was just so exciting, and you can't really remember much of the story.
Well, so we got hit with a wave, and me and D-Bag went whoa up over, and we were like, oh my god, we're still standing. Had to pull the boat motor, get it started back up, got out into the safe zone, and we were good. Then we went back the next morning, and we weren't so lucky. So pretty much what happened was we didn't even catch a wave that second day, did we?
No.
We went right just.
I was just you're kind of trying to teach me how to do it in like the middle because we were like, where are these waves?
Yeah.
And then this rogue set came, and I was just so dyslexic on the thing. I wanted to go over it, and you're telling me no. And we ended up going down the line, flipped the thing, almost killed Mackie.
So
still sick.
What's funny is though, like before though, when we were walking down, there's a fisherman like looking at us.
That's the best part.
And he's like, "You guys all right? It's dangerous out there. There's waves." We were like, "Yeah, we do this all the time, dude. We're good." So we drop the boat in, go out. We're trolling around, and yeah, when I gave you the thing, it was flat. But like out in the shoals, these waves come out of nowhere. So we just turn around. There's just a 4-foot wave just bowling off the bottom. D-Bag's going sideways. So I was like, dude, if we go sideways, we're flipping. Cameras, everything on the boat. So last second, I tried to save us, and I sent the boat one way. I had to push or pull. So I forget what I did, but whatever I did, it was the wrong direction. So the boat went facing the beach like we were going to ride the wave. I wanted to flip the boat so that the nose went out and went up and over. But pretty much what happened, like when the wave starts pulling back, like even if you're gunning it, you can't do anything. The wave just is pulling you and you're stuck in like the gravitational pull. So the thing hit us, flipped us, sent everybody flying. We think, D-Bag, what? Did you jump off early and you dove for the bottom?
I did not jump off.
You did not go down with the ship.
You guys were in front of me. The last thing I remember is you just saying, we're fucked.
Oh, yeah.
We're fucked.
We're fucked. And then, so the boat flipped over.
I went like sideways, like under it.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely flipped with it, I think. I might have jumped off.
I know, but we had a running joke going that you bailed us.
Yeah.
But I fully went up. I was on the tail because me and D-Bag were sitting in the back. Mackie was in the front. So we went like this, and me and D-Bag actually flew off over it when the wave hit and flipped us. But the seat came off, and Mackie was just sitting on the nose, and I could just imagine what happened. The seat flies off, bang, hits Mackie in the head, and he's just like all dazed, and then just underwater, gone.
He was such a trooper.
So the boat motor stayed on, but we had to kick the boat back to shore upside down. And Mackie's head was bleeding, and Mackie, if you guys watch the podcast about Mackie, like he had traumatic brain injury in his life, so like we were like, oh my god, like are we gonna kill Mackie right now? But we made it back to the shore. The fisherman was standing on the rocks, just shaking his head, like, what is wrong with you guys? And yeah, pretty much the engine never turned on since that, so I ended up giving it to my younger brother Tuck, and he got rid of it. So now we're back, summer 2020, new boat motor, the dream is on. I can't wait.
Definitely
I'm gonna text Ray Scott right now, actually, because I'm back in the zone. Who's texting you, dude? We can't both be texting now.
Getting Snapchats.
What are they?
Pete Shields. He's smoke good.
This guy's just watching Snapchats on the podcast. D-Bag, you're supposed to be entertaining the people.
You boys and girls.
What
Ask me something.
Me ask you? You got any questions for me?
Yeah, what was your trip like, dude?
Heavy.
It's a lot on the road with this guy. It's so crazy.
Heavy.
I couldn't imagine.
You kind of know how it is.
It's epic.
Last summer,
a lot of storytelling.
Last summer, long before we started the podcast, D-Bag had the distinct pleasure of driving cross country with me and Hob to Nebraska. And surfed a couple wave pools. They were kind of soft.
It was a good time, though.
As D-Bag calls the waves on the wave pools soft. But What goes through your mind like when I invite you to a wave pool and you're thinking that it's going to be like at least BSR style and you get there and it's ankle high?
Well, dude, I asked you if I was going to be able to go Marzo.
Yeah.
I did go Marzo, though.
You did. When you jumped off the side, that was full Marzo, dude.
I never thought acid dropping would be so hard. I still got to get one.
Dude.
It's like the timing and backside's so weird.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Definitely got to get one of those bomb drops.
Sadly, that pool's not going to be open for till next summer.
What's the mayor doing?
Dude, I don't know. The pump's broken, dude.
Gotta hit up Sean Dog.
Sean
He's
Dog.
gotta get on that.
Shout out to Sean and
Sean.
Clay Hatch too, and the
Yeah,
other
Clay.
Clay.
The boys.
The most stoked surfers in the country, or maybe the world. Surfers from Indiana.
They smoked me there.
They love surfing, and I can resonate with that. You know, I can relate. So like back then, you had a full head of hair almost.
Yeah, I did.
Now you have a full face of hair.
Upside down man now. Hairline issues.
Classic.
I need a haircut, dude. You should give me a haircut.
Dude, you fully are growing hair in on your head up there.
I know.
Your hair's not that. Or is it just thinning? Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
just like it's weird.
You kind of look like the nutty professor, like the dude from Back to the Future when we went on that road trip.
Oh my god.
Like your sides
The
were like
doctor?
sticking out. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Take me back in the Eldorian.
So we go. The DeLorean,
The DeLorean.
the Eldorian.
I said that so wrong.
But dude, all right. So we got out there and we showed up to Nebraska. It was quite a mission. We got to the wave pool. We surfed. Remember how broke his arm?
We gotta get back on the water slides.
Dude, the production team must think we're insane. But we went out there. They were shooting shooting my documentary. And we went on the water slide at the water park in Nebraska, and Hob like got his arm caught on the way down. He hit like the slide like ends like because it's a tube, and then it'll just be a cupped slide, and then when the tube starts again, obviously the tube has to start as the second half. So he had his arm out filming with the GoPro, and he caught his arm on that part of the slide, and he was just screaming, dude. I broke my arm. I broke my arm. Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
It was crazy.
It wasn't broken.
Oh
He
no.
Like, made a scratch.
Nah, it definitely wasn't broken, but I could imagine how bad it hurt.
I know the footage. You see it like slingshots back.
Oh, it almost like
We
bends.
thought he was faking it. We actually
Yeah.
saw it like.
Dude, the other hilarious thing that happened to us is like, okay, so we're shooting a documentary, and dude, when you're filming like in life and you have a huge crew, like 12 people, like audio guys, producers, couple cameras, like this, that, the rig guy, the drone dude, you roll up places and it's fairly uncomfortable. Like people are just looking at you like, who are these people? What are they doing? Are they filming a TV show? Like, what is this? Are they about to like just go buck wild out here? So we rolled up to the skate park. Do you remember that feeling?
Oh, dude.
All the
that
loc
was
dogs?
Wild.
They're just looking at us like, what? Nebraska, dude. In the middle of Nebraska. All the locals are looking at us.
Oh, was this like the super hot park?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And there's at least 110
It
degrees
was
out.
literally like the hottest skate session of my life.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely.
But we roll up, me, D-Bag, and Hob, we roll up with like a literal 10-person production crew. So these kids must think that it's like
Yeah.
a Tony Hawk
Yeah.
coming to their skate park. And we're like, I like remember telling the guys, I'm like, don't get excited. We're not pro skaters. We're just filming something. But we skated, and yeah, it was probably the hottest day in the history of our lives, for sure. But you stomped at 3.
I did stomp that 3.
That was
for the
nutto.
boys. Yeah.
That was sick.
That was for the boys.
That
I
was
got them on lock.
Yeah, so D-Bag did a really sick Air 3. Early grab, though.
Yeah, the lake grab's tough.
Yeah.
You gotta like scoop it and then grab it, but
I can't do either.
I try and time it a little, like farm it.
So you had to farm that one.
Yeah, you gotta farm it sometimes.
Remember that post you put out there? You can't farm positioning and
Mhm.
Perry out position me body surfing.
Oh yeah,
That is so funny.
that got so many views.
So dude, like, what is your regimen to be so like athletic?
My regiment.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, what do you do to be such an athletic god? I remember you came over to my house one time and I was stretching, and you got down. You're like, "I'll try to stretch," and you were just touching like
I
your
feel
head.
like I don't do it properly though.
You were like touching your head to your knees, though.
I mean, I don't know. I think I just have good genes. Cause like I try to eat good. Like I have a bowl of cereal with this almond breeze milk, and then eat 3 meals a day and just ride your bike, get on it. Just don't sit around all day
All right, guys.
and eat good.
Almond breeze with cereal. What kind of cereal?
I'm a Quaker's guy right now.
Quaker Oats.
Quaker with like almonds, oats. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
And
a
then
big oat guy. I
your-
eat a lot of almonds. I snack on them.
What's your lunch?
But I've been eating like apples on the go, and then like maybe like a tuna sandwich, or like
This guy's a god.
you just gotta get stoked. Like maybe throw some cucumbers on it.
And then big dinner plans. What are they?
Big dinner plans. I get stoked on meat, chicken.
Big
I
meat
know
guy.
you're a vegan, but it's hard.
I'm a vegetarian now.
Vegetarian. I do like the cauliflower crust pizza though.
Oh,
real.
dude.
It's like
Dude,
next
should we
level.
get some now?
I'd be down, dude.
Dude, we might have to get
Yeah,
some.
that's
It's
like-
so good.
That'll save your life. Quinoa.
Yeah, there's a place in Summers Point called Michelli's, and it's like, I don't know, 15 minutes from here, not even. And they have cauliflower crust pizza. It's pretty darn good. Yeah.
It's better. I think it's better than normal pizza.
Peace pies?
Oh, pizza pies. That thing's like real difficult to eat, but so good.
Psycho killer.
Kiss say.
Yeah, so I don't know where I was going with that mission or that conversation about the thing, but good times.
Ripping.
Grab that thing. I want to hear the D-bag rundown of the Ben Gravy signature cooler.
All right, so this thing bloats, catches waves,
It bloats?
floats,
No.
and you can probably fit like at least 6 beers in here.
How many tuna sandwiches could you fit in that thing?
Tuna sandwiches, quinoa. It's for the dream. I
What?
really like the color.
Nice.
Black, sick.
Black's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was afraid they were gonna put red on there or something, But the black really vibes with the tie-dye. It makes it pop.
It's really sick with the black. I'm glad it's not white.
Are you gonna get one?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
for sure.
What's your favorite
I
side?
do need to can you fish with this thing?
Yeah, you
Bring it
kidding
on the
me?
boat.
Oh my God, Perry has. I gave Perry the military cooler that he has, so you can just show up with your cooler and be like, "What's up, boys?"
You can open. Oh, there it is.
I actually do have a present for you though, right there, that blue hat.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
dude. This is
It's a
sick.
surf hat, dude. It's
You
for
surfing that?
yeah, you shredding it. I might have to put mine on too, dude. I'm in such a bad spot. Can you grab mine? All right, ready? The boys are coming. Oh my gosh, it's so tight, dude. How small is your head?
Mine fits kind of good.
You look like a god right now. I'll tell you that.
You surfing these?
It's a surf hat,
This is so sick, dude.
dude. So next time you go to India,
It's a surf hat.
wait, where'd you go? Tavi?
Yeah, I went to Frigates, Tabaroo,
Cloud Break.
Cloudbreak.
How was Cloudsy when you were there?
Can you still hear me on this thing if I don't have it on?
Yeah, I just put mine back on over it. Made me feel good,
Alright. It was great. We had a freaking boat for 2 days at Cloudbreak.
How come all the boys tell me that you didn't get shacked though?
I got a head dip.
Better than nothing.
I hit
dude.
the brakes.
You gotta hit the brakes, dude.
I didn't get what I wanted though.
That's how life is.
But it was firing
Yeah.
and it was gnarly.
How big?
I'd say it was like.
Who do we
4
got, dude?
4
Anybody
foot,
good?
5 foot- My dad.
Oh.
What's up, Dad?
What's up?
I'm in a podcast right now.
What?
A podcast with Gravy.
What's that?
It's like you were talking on a podcast, like an interview.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Say what's up. Say it's Nuking.
Perfect. So what are you sitting on a pod like a frog?
A pog like a frog?
Yeah, you sitting on one of them like a frog? The fuck is a pod?
It's a podcast.
Okay.
This guy's so gnarly, dude.
He's
All right.
alive.
All right, I'll get back to you later.
So what kind of interview?
We're just talking about life and how stoked we are, and our, what we do.
Well, you know what? I remember I was on the dock and somebody walked past me with an iron bolts and chain around their ankle, walking towards the end.
Right?
Yeah, I said, you're the only one that knows where you're going. And it's hot out.
Yeah.
This guy's a god.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If I would have known this, I would have wore fucking diapers. My whole branch is fucking dripping. Did you go outside yet? Is it humid there?
Yeah, it's super hot and humid, but it's nice.
98 degrees. 2 more degrees, you can throw an egg on the street.
Try it.
I did. I scrambled the fuckers. You know, I flipped it over and made an omelet.
This guy's a god.
I gotta take care of Rita because she came out of the hospital.
Oh no! Oh yeah, what was your surgery the other day?
Yeah, they put a battery in her.
Oh yeah, she had to get her pacemaker batteries, huh?
And she keeps showing me the scar.
All right. Tell her I hope she feels better.
Yeah, keep checking your account because I keep trying to fill out all that crazy shit for hours.
All right.
Alright,
All right. Peace.
alright.
That guy has some serious joke material.
Oh yeah, I gotta get. You'd love it here. You gotta get him on this thing.
You got to get him in your vlog more, dude.
I know.
What do you call him? Wolfgang?
Yeah, that's his name.
Why?
Uh,
That's his real name?
yeah, Wolfgang.
Is he straight from Italy?
He's from Germany.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he moved here when he was like.
You're Italiano, though, right?
He's German and Italian. Like
Okay.
His dad was like in the war, and then he met like an Italian god in the war, and then
Gotcha.
met his German wife in Germany.
Heavy.
It's gnarly.
Um,
Yeah, my dad, he's the best. He's like the most loving guy ever. Works hard.
and he has serious jokes.
Oh yeah, serious jokes.
He was vibing on that conversation.
Oh yeah.
What happened to Rita?
Rita had to get. She's my aunt. Like, she's a neighbor. That's like not really my aunt, but we call her Aunt Rita. And she had to get her batteries changed. In her
That's
pacemaker.
gnarly.
I know, she's old, dude.
That's gnarly, dude.
Yeah, she's
Get
lit.
my batteries changed.
Yeah.
Imagine, dude.
I know,
Wow.
I know.
Heavy. That's an interesting thing that's going to happen to all of us, D-Bag. We're all going to get old.
I know, dude.
That's why you got to embrace your life now.
I know.
Live it to the fullest.
Conversations with Wolfgangs are heavy.
How heavy?
He's just such a sick dude.
He's a ledge, dude. I can tell. So what's the plan coming up? What do we got on the forecast? I haven't been home. I haven't heard anything about the waves.
Looks like Thursday could be potentially, fun. Looks like, a little waist to chest high action. Light wind. We got good weather. In the 3-2 wetsuit, so boys are stoked. Stoked to surf with this guy.
The boys are truly stoked. I'm stoked to be home. I think we got 23 minutes here, plus the other 10 I filmed before. It's looking like a podcast, dude.
The Lumix, dude, think it's nice.
Are you stoked to show up and just podcast it out like that?
Oh yeah, that was.
You
nice.
definitely brought some entertainment and hype to what I was doing here.
Podcasts are heavy, dude.
I was trying to get something done, and I was just staring at the wall like, dude, what am I talking about right now?
Bro,
But
we're
ladies
ripping.
and gentlemen, D-Bag, the organic one. Are you still vlogging? What's going on?
I gotta get my my channel out of the ground. My GoPro's been glitching a little
On
bit.
the fritz?
It's been not really too good waves, so I don't really know what to post.
You could go film your dad, dude.
I know.
He's got some serious heaters. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the Fully Nuking podcast is back. Sorry for the break, but we're stoked to be here. Excited to have D-Bag randomly walk in, even though I called him, so it wasn't that random. But he's randomly appearing on the podcast. And yeah, we're going to be back in full swing now that I'm home. And we'll see you guys next podcast for the dream. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.